Lush, and I'm at COP21 in Paris. I'm really excited to be joined by Nancy Pfund, the founder and managing partner at DBL Partners. And you were one of the first institutional investors in Tesla, Solar City. How have you seen the sort of investment, the venture capital scene change with regards towards this whole area of investment?
Well, it's no secret we had our growing pains, and that there was a time where people had difficulty getting these companies launched. The good news is that that is all over, and we have a whole enthusiastic and growing group of investors, from Bill Gates to Generation and DBL, and there's a whole new group out there that is determined to use entrepreneurship and innovation to solve climate change.
So where do you think the most exciting areas are within this space?
Sure. The electrification of transportation, we've only scratched the surface. Solar and wind, the costs coming down allow us to scale and use financing techniques to build new business models. Storage is a game changer, allows us to really use these renewable resources as base load in a cost-effective way, and moving to the developing world, taking all the learnings we've had here in the developed world and addressing the issue that 1.3 billion people on this planet don't even have access to electricity.
Okay. Tell me a little bit about managing load, because I know that's something that's one of the sort of the big topics here at COP21. Where do you see, in terms of companies or areas or things that are most exciting in that part?
Well, you know what? We're finally able to not chase load. That's all we've done. We build peaker plants, we spend tons of money and use inferior solutions. That's all going to go away. We're going to reshape the load. We're going to be able to use on-site solar, wind, storage, and software that allows for demand-side management in real time to develop the most cost-effective, clean grid at the level of behind the meter. It's not going to be a big centralized control and command approach. That will play a role, but what you're going to see is that in a business park, you'll be able to pull your power from your grid, from your battery, or from your solar, or change your demand, change your use of electricity, all in real time, and do it the most cheaply and in a way that strengthens the overall energy and electricity system. And that we've never been able to do before, and again, that just changes everything.
In terms of moving technology from the developed world to the developing world, which are the geographies that you think we're going to see the fastest change?
Well, I think what you have to understand is that over half of those people on this planet that don't have access to electricity live in sub-Saharan Africa. And so that's obviously a big place to start. India is also important. But in sub-Saharan Africa, you've got a great mix. You've got wonderful solar insulation quality, and you have a distributed population that is used to paying for things with cell phones, and so is very adaptable to getting a little solar panel and a little battery and paying as you go with your cell phone. We just invested in a company called Off-Grid Electric in Tanzania that's doing just that, and already has tens of thousands of customers, and importantly 800 employees. Solar and storage and microgrids, all of these companies are tickets to the middle class in a region in the world where only 4% of Africa is middle class. So we're going to see over the next decade a new beginning for one of our largest and most beloved continents.
Thank you so much, Nancy, for joining me here in Paris in the Dufy Room in the Museum of Modern Art in Paris, and I'm Edie Lush.